Live.
What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Capasso here from Coventry Circle Paranormal. I'm here with a couple friends of mine. Go ahead.
Robin from Hawthorne Paranormal.
Steve from My Journey Paranormal.
And Chris from Hawthorne Paranormal.
Awesome. So we got everybody here today. One thing that's pretty cool is that we actually have our other host on for once. It's good old Steve-O here. Now he works. He works a lot, so that's why we're trying to switch shows till Sunday to get him on, and also my partner Derek on because he works a lot as well. But we just wanted to hop on today and give a shout out real quick to a couple of our sponsors and friends. First one I want to give a shout out to is the Global United Paranormal Foundation. Everybody over there, Eldon, just Brian, every single person, Robert. We just thank you guys for everything you do and keep doing what you're doing. Go check them out. They help a ton of people out all over the U.S., all over the world. So please go check them out. Also, a little company that they're doing is Paratech Laboratories. They're creating some amazing paranormal tech that's going to be coming out. I'm super excited. Stuff that I believe nobody has tried before, which I think is awesome. So when we have the release for that, we will let you know, and you guys will be able to definitely check it out and buy some stuff, which will be really cool. I think it's going to change some of the paranormal game, which is cool. Another thing, we want to give a shout out to our great sponsor, our FCD Ghost Boxes at www.fcdboxes.co.uk. Go check them out right now. We just switched the case on them. Nigel has been working on changing the case due to the other one getting basically discontinued, but he did a great job. He got basically the same kind that he had before. So go check it out. He's got some great stuff, mixing portals with scanning radio, spirit boxes. I mean, he's just doing an amazing job. And if you go to the site down at the bottom there, you can get 10% off your order. We also want to give a shout out to our friend over at Huntophobia, one of our best friends, Brian Laverty. He's on Paraflix and Huntophobia. If you haven't checked out, go check out Paraflix. Go check out Huntophobia. Hit him up on social medias. I mean, the guy's an amazing guy. Number one, helps every single person out, and just a great friend of ours. We're super humbled to be friends with him. Also, we want to give a shout out to good friends at PD Region Paranormal. Head over to their social medias because I don't know if anyone knows or not, but they're having some events and stuff in their area. So if you're in their area, please go head out, investigate with them, have dinner with them. They have some great stuff going on. So check out their social medias. Also want to give a shout out to Matt Barron over at Paranormal Consultant. You want to check out the Paracrew podcast that they do, him and his friends. Absolutely amazing podcast. So definitely go over there, check them out. And last but not least, our good old friends from the Down Under, Night Watchers Paranormal Australia. Definitely go check out Dan and his friend over there. They're absolutely amazing crew from Australia, like I said. And I am just happy right now that I am not in summer down there because I am dying right now, guys, with like the 90-degree weather we got the past 2 days up here. And then it's going to be, 60 next week, which is totally weird. But tell you, I do not want to be hot in a hot place anymore. I hate the winter, but I hate the summer too because I'm sweating in places I never even thought I could sweat. What's up, Pete? Kevin? What's good, Kevin?
Hi, Kevin.
Stopping by.
And also, just before we go any further, a shout out for Ghost Energy Drinks.
I was just about to do that, but I had to.
All right, there you go. I'll have to go here.
Yeah.
Take the words out of your mouth.
We want to give a shout out to Ghost Energy Drinks. They're basically a more healthy energy drink with B vitamins. They also do pre-workouts. They're in health food stores like GNC. They got some pretty creepy flavors like Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids, which I tell you what, I can't wait to try that one. That one sounds really good. So
AJ,
check them out at ghostenergy.com.
AJ,
and give our friends a shout out, buddy.
AJ, Swedish Fish flavored. Now, what flavor actually is that?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't.
It's not like opening a can of tuna and drinking the juice, is it?
No, it's not, man. It's more like a cherry rubber. It's pretty nice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Checking.
Yeah. Right. But also give a shout out to our friends over at Mr. A. Mr. Go ahead. I'll let you say it because I'm gonna mess it all up right now.
Mr. and Mrs. AAP from AAP's Variety Channel.
Yes, great people. If you have a channel you want it to grow, please head over there. They help every single person. They're absolutely amazing. So we're happy to be good friends with them. But guys, there we
are. Northern Michigan Spirit Seekers.
Awesome. Well, shout out to you
Nice
guys, and
one.
go check them out on social media, everyone.
Yeah, and hit us up on our social medias and we'll add you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we look forward to that. So what I wanted to talk about today was we have a guest coming on tomorrow. We haven't been able to really post too much stuff. Everything's been a little hectic lately in my life and with everything going on with us. But we will be back in the groove this week, posting who's going to be on. So if you want to announce the person, my friend, because I kind of am bad with names. So please.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a special guest, so.
For people in the UK, you will know, if you have ever watched Most Haunted, the guy who was the parapsychologist and forensic parapsychologist, Dr. Kieran O'Keefe, is on tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're excited for that. I've been dying to talk to a parapsychologist, and a forensic psychologist about some of the stuff that, he's experienced on the show, what he thinks of the paranormal, and I'm excited. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So
he's a good guy, this guy.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I mean, I could see that, so he contacted us again to come on to for tomorrow, contacted you today, which was so cool of him.
Yeah, he emailed me and asked me was it still okay for it. So
yeah, looking forward to it, man. Really looking forward to it. We kind of messed up the days. We didn't realize it was going to be tomorrow, but I think that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that was my mistake, really, because I forgot. I thought it was Tuesday, and I was going to mention to you on the stream that we need to get the advert done. I should have actually checked the email, but it's not a problem. Like I say, he's coming on tomorrow, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what, though? It also, if people are working, we do have all the shows on our Facebook, also on our YouTube now. So just feel free to stop over there if you miss it. You can pause, stop, whatever you need. So we're happy that Kevin's happy about it. I love him putting that on my calendar for tomorrow. Thank you, Kevin. Don't know what time zone you're in, but it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern time and 5 p.m. UK time where Robert is.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. That's what I said, right?
He said 5 p.m.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, whoops. I meant to say 8. Wow. I'm shot from this week, man. Totally shot. Out of it. Concert after concert, man. It's been fun. So, Devo, first thing I wanted to ask you, my friend, since I don't get to talk to you that much due to work and stuff, you sent me a couple of videos, man. So talk a little bit about these videos, man, because I tell you what, you've been getting some great communication.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which ones. I've sent so many. So.
I know. Well, first talk about your grandma one that you did recently that you just sent me.
So I decided that I was going to connect with her just to see how she was doing. And of course, it's late in the evening and the first message that comes through is it's getting late. And of course it was like 6:45 when I'm doing the session, right? So
yep.
Anyway, I felt like she wanted to connect, so I went ahead and connect with her and got some good stuff coming through. And I was also getting more messages about Archangel Paul, who's my archangel, and been getting a lot more about him too. That's actually quite interesting, but that's for another time. So
awesome. No, please share, man. Share.
So there's been a few videos I've done where they've mentioned that Paul's been upset and all sorts of stuff, and there's a lot of commotion, especially going on within this inner circle of the team that that we all have. And so I mean, from what I gather, I feel that where he was, I feel like they've moved him up 2 levels. And I've also recently found out that there was another archangel that works with him, and her name is Claire. And there's 2 more angels with like 2D names, and I think they're twin angels. That's my feeling, and they're moving in to make progress. So right now they're outworking the circle, and from what I found out intuitively, is they're making a dynamic team. So to go from circle to dynamic, I mean, that's some pretty hot stuff right there, right? I mean, that's really like putting the pedal to the metal. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely right. I think it's awesome. I tell you what, it's funny that you said that one of your guys was upset, because I was telling Robin and John a while ago that I tried to reach my guide, Raul, my guide that I don't really talk to that much. And I asked him why he won't really join any sessions or really talk when I ask him to, And one time he told me through the spirit box that he was upset because I haven't followed my pre-birth plan, like whatever thing I, made a contract with them and I'm a little off, I guess, or I didn't go down the path that he wanted me to go down or that I really wanted to go down or something, due to some obviously mistakes that I've made in life so far. But I thought it was pretty interesting to get that, We have a question though from Kevin, Steve. I wanted to give this to you because it's for you. He says, are archangels constantly being created? From your work?
From my work, I believe not just being creative or created, but I feel like they're also evolving more. That's my feeling. Like I'm just getting into the whole archangel thing. I mean, it's only been like a year or two since I've really started, getting to the meat and potatoes of the communication with them, right?
Yeah.
So it's a total different realm from just going from investigations to helping spirits to working with archangels. It's two different platforms, and it's mind blowing. It really is.
Yeah. No, it's pretty awesome. It's funny because when me and John did a couple of experiments and we got like pretty similar answers to certain things. I love how like the paranormal, like everyone has a different journey and their archangels or spirit guides will tell them, not different stuff, but will explain it in a little different ways. Like for us, they were like, yes, they are being kind of in a way created because what we talk about as archangels, they don't really go by labels like we do here. So what they call archangels to them, from what they've said through mine and sometimes John's experiments and stuff, they said that like, you guys call spirit guides, archangels, certain things like that. Technically, we are just here from pre-birth that you made a contract with, friends, and that are in the same vibration that watch over you and kick you in the directions. And they're like, we don't care if you call us archangel by a name that we've given you and the impression of, or this and that. So I think it's pretty cool to ask that question because no one truly knows, obviously, until it's going to be our time what really is going on over there. But I think that's pretty awesome. And from my faith belief growing up, I think that I would have never thought being created. I just thought angels were already there. You know what I mean? So
Well, yeah, because there's that whole archangel realm, right?
yeah.
Where the archangels are consistent. But I mean, even when our soul passes, who knows? There could have been an individual that said, hey, when I die, I want to be an angel, or I want to be an archangel, a superior angel, or I want to be a right hand to God or left hand to God. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I really want to be up there. I want to maximize my evolution as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
see, the one thing that I believe too, though, is that not any spirit can just become an archangel, in my opinion. I think you have to, live a little bit, is quote unquote, because the way that these guys on my end talk, they're like, we've had multiple lives in the physical and that we've gained our knowledge or whatever, we raised our closer to enlightenment or whatever you want to call it. So I think it's crazy. Wait, there's an old man behind me, Kevin. There's nobody down here with me. I'm in my basement right at the moment. Here,
Who is the older man behind you, if you're aware of him?
am I aware of him? No, where is he? I don't
Now,
see.
I just want to ask here because I'm quite interested in that. If you turn about, Kevin, is he near that left-hand door? Is that where you're seeing it? I'm just interested to find that out.
Yeah, Kevin.
If he is actually, if there's an old man there, is he near that door in the corner? Because there is a shadow there.
Yeah, no. Yes, but Kevin, you can actually see old man because that's just the
Yep,
shadow.
it is.
Yeah, that's just the shadow of a box right there.
No, not that one. Beside that, there was one a minute ago.
Oh, really? You mean in the picture?
No.
There was the actual person?
Well, no, I didn't see the person. It was just like a shadow thing, but it's not that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nobody came down here. Yeah, I'm just by myself. Oh, damn. Now you guys are freaking me out. I'll tell you, hey, it could be my grandfather. I don't know.
Might be. It might be your father even. When I say old man, what age was your father when he died?
He was about to be 60, so not too old.
Well,
Shut
Yeah.
up, Robin. That's not old.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Kevin says he was wearing like old school overalls and stuff. Yeah, Kevin, I'm glad you saw him. I personally don't see him or feel him at the moment. I mean, after you said it, I kind of feel a little cold in the right of me, but
I just thought I seen a shadow, but it might just be me. But obviously Kevin's seen something. But I just seen something, and it was near that shadow of the box.
Kevin just said psychic medium. So that explains why he's seeing it and we're not.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, thank you. I wish I had a picture of my grandfather right now. Let's see if it was him. My grandfather had like a goatee just like right here, and then he had like barely any hair, but he did the comb over and stuff. And so maybe it's him. I'm not too sure. But there was an old, you know what's crazy about him saying the old man is that when we renovated this downstairs, there's a hidden room downstairs that my family found that was just sealed up that had those brown pants. Remember you said it, Steve-O, and you intuitively connected. Those
Yep.
brown pants we found a bunch of old pictures, bunch of old toys, and they were of old man stuff, like in there, the clothes wise and stuff. So that's really weird that Kevin just picked up on that. That's pretty awesome, Kevin, because I'm not sitting in that corner. So that's really weird that you picked that up. But
That hidden room could technically have been to do with the old man then, really.
it might, yeah, definitely. I mean, even Steve-O's picked up on it, and I never told him about it until after he picked up on it. So that's really cool, man. So thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that.
Yep. Carry on.
Yeah, carry on, right? Like, I don't even know why I'm on the show right now. Just bring Kevin on, shit. But so Steve-O, what do you think is going on your end right now with your team? I know you said they've been switching up and getting a little more, more serious. So tell me, what do you think's going on right now that you can, from what you can intuitively feel?
I feel there's a lot of commotion.
Commotion.
I feel like there's a lot of back and forth. They've made reference to, this is really interesting. I'm sure you guys have heard this a billion times. I find it really interesting how they mention that Paul drives the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so that tells me that he's more in a leadership role, that they're really putting him in charge. So I feel like the evolution of what they're doing and being more involved with Christ now is they're envisioning what they want to see, what they want to really, maximize and prosper from this. And once they formulate and get their stuff together, because I feel they already have. Now it's just implementing the team and putting the right individuals together. And once they do that, it's going to take off. And I feel that this commotion, like this fighting going back and forth between the old team and the new team, will eventually just bring them together or sort them apart, whichever they decide to do. So
Nice. Tell me, man, what have you been picking up on lately, Robin?
Not really much, to be honest with you. I guess, like I say, I've just been doing the podcast and stuff with you and things like that. Apart from obviously when we went out last night, that's the first time in a while now
I know, yeah.
that we actually went out. But no, I mean, just I'm really interested to hear other people's stories as well. You know what I mean? Because it gets a bit repetitive telling your own, time and time and time again kind of thing.
Yeah. Well,
So
like I always said, when someone else shares or they tell something, it helps, in my opinion. I think it helps grow, like personally for me at least, it helps grow my, like research in this. I always take a note of it. I'll write it down on a notebook after the fact, and I'll ask my own questions because, like I was telling Steve-O, each guide they'll tell you, similarities, but they tell you to you in the way that so it may not sound exactly the same to every single person, which is nice. So that's why, unless you like visit the afterlife, I technically can't really speak on too much, but I just tell what obviously they say, like we all do. But I just wanted to say to Kevin real quick, Kevin, never feel sorry to interrupt the show at all, please. That's why we have the comments. That's why we tell people to come on. We're not worried about that at all. We want people to join in. So any more questions, ask, please. Also, I want to say hi to Donna. Donna, thank you for coming on.
from Toronto.
I know. We appreciate that. Right out there where our friend Brian Laverty is, awesome in Canada, and where Steve-O is, east a little farther away. Hell yeah, baby, Canada.
Oh, so I was just saying, AJ, it's just like to be, to hear other people. I mean, we have, we've had guests on here, paranormal groups. We've had, psychic mediums, celebrities, things like. And it's nice to have a bit of a selection of different people, and obviously here because of the whole dog eat dog thing in the community. Whether it's over here or in the States and whatever, it's like it's nice to hear these stories from different genuine people of their experiences, and because a lot of the time you can actually relate to them because something similar has happened to you. You know what I mean? And it's like me and Chris, sir, we'll talk about it because she might see something on Facebook that I haven't, or I've seen something that she hasn't, and and it's someone's actually reaching out like nearly for help kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something's happened here, and instead of people just going on and saying, oh, I went out last night, caught these pictures. Sometimes people are actually wanting you to like advise them and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It also gives you a better understanding, though, doesn't it? Other people's experiences. Not everyone's is the same.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Donna, we wanted to just say thank you so much for this, by the way, that you never missed our show. As we just announced a little earlier, if you weren't on, we do have another person, the parapsychologist from Most Haunted over here in the UK, coming on tomorrow at 3 Eastern time and 8 p.m. UK time. So please join us for that. We greatly appreciate that you never missed the show. Please to ask questions and get involved with us. We love it. So yeah, Donna also said so true. Like I experienced in our house in Lynn Lake, Manitoba, Canada. So it seems like, there's a lot of stuff that people experience. And I tell you, like, even though there's similarities to everybody's stuff, like I was saying, it seems like there's always differences in each person's experiences, which I like. And I think that that's what makes consciousness that we are so fascinating. It's like however spirits are intuitively connecting with us or connecting with those inner senses, like it always shows up in a person differently. And that's why I find it so fascinating for certain mediums, or most mediums. They'll be like, just pointing into a specific name is kind of hard. And one person, like I said to you guys earlier, they literally, one medium said, it's kind of like they send a block of energy, a block of thought, and their brain or whatever conscious has to, pick the thing that, works at the, basically they can resonate with that block of thought. So who knows, like I said, if our guys' names are really those names, but hey, they want to be called that. We get it through the boxes. So why not call it, right?
And not only that, I think as well, this podcast of ours, apart from, having guests on stuff like this, it could also be used, for people like say Donna, for instance, if she had something going on in her house, it can be used to ask us questions and get advice and stuff like that as to how you would deal with things. So, like AJ said, don't be afraid to ask questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I said, we don't all know the answers to everything, but we can only go by what we've gotten and what we have experienced. So please feel free. We can give you as much knowledge as we know. So we love to. That's funny. No worries, Kevin. Take it, dude. Do whatever you got to do, my friend. We want everyone to get involved. So I think it's awesome. I appreciate you.
Give us your messages if you can.
Yeah, please. I find it great that you're on here. We got to talk to you later, Kevin, and get you on. So we'd love to.
Definitely.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, they can go to Talking with the Source Vodcast, VODCAST at gmail.com. Or we also have another one, which is not on the site, but it's just Talking with the Source at gmail.com, which you can also go to. That's funny. Donna actually just said those days you didn't have equipment. Now we do, and to catch orbs and shadows and stuff. I think you're right. I'm glad that the paranormal field has blown up. I think it's good in a way, but it also, I don't think is good in a way. But to get people who are engineers to get new ideas, to get new devices and stuff, I think it's great, right? But,
definitely.
Also though, it has the downside of people joining YouTube and faking evidence and making real people who do this look terrible. But I guess that comes with any territory that blows up.
It's just the trying to catch the evidence. You know what I mean? If all these things are being made, that that these devices that are gonna enhance the evidence that we catch and stuff, like it's only going to benefit us all, because like for instance, last night when I was at that location I was at, I was walking down these stairs. It was like a nightclub down the stairs, the stairs I was telling you about when you were there.
Yep.
And I was walking down and there was a like a little kid's laugh. I wasn't filming at the time, but it's like, if I'd have had like some kind of a portal there, that well, either one that's already made or one that's in the making, or someone with a connection like you or Steve-O, we might have been able to get to the bottom of actually who that was and maybe even had a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it was strange, but
Steve, what I wanted to ask you about too was like for me, I know that like I started off doing like investigations, stuff like that. But I recently, you do have to, but see, that's what I consider fake ghost hunters down as people who actually fake evidence. Because if you're faking evidence, you're not a real investigator, in my opinion. But what I was going to say was, actually, I kind of forgot what I was going to say now, but.
Something to do with investigations?
Oh, yeah, no, I said I used to do, hold on one sec, Kevin. I used to do investigations, but now I switched to like, what me and you do, where we just stick with the spirit communication, because I find it so fascinating using certain devices that have literally no words whatsoever coming out that we've, listened to over and over, that no, we have nothing. And then something connects and changes it to a word, which I mean, I just find that so fascinating. So I've been focusing, so much recently on just communication aspect, which I love. I mean, I don't mind doing full investigations, which I will if I go to, certain places and stuff. But, normally I just like showing people something they can hear, relate to. And, instead of just catching an orb and being like, oh, believe that, and most people don't anyway. Not that they're even going to believe the spirit box stuff, but I just feel like that repetitive, getting answers relevantly. It's like, how do you deny, the certain stuff, But to answer Kevin's question, on my maternal side, I don't really talk to anybody on my maternal side. My grandfather did pass away in 2001, which is weird that you said that. His name was Tony. I don't know if that rings any bells. DeFrancesco. Passed away at a young age, 54, from lung cancer, unfortunately. Kevin says he's upset about items being kept by a relative who isn't supposed to have possession of them. I'd have to check into that. Like I said, I don't really talk to too many people, but what's weird is his wife is still alive. That my grandmother, even though she's 70, she's like the most intelligent older woman I ever met. On Facebook, Instagram. I mean, it's wild.
Just to confirm, maternal side is your mother's side, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. That's okay.
Yeah. So
that would be your mother's father then, wouldn't it?
Want to help you? No. Oh, sorry. What's up?
So that would be your mother's father. That was called.
Yeah, it'd be my mom's father. Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah. So someone then on your mum's side obviously has these possessions of his that he doesn't want them to have. Is that what I'm getting? Is that the message?
What he's saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But like I said, I mean, I don't know anything about that, so unfortunately, I can't really speak on that. But
got the name right.
Definitely have to ask.
Yeah, I got the name right though.
Yeah. What was that?
He got the name right.
Oh,
he said Anthony.
No way. Did he? Wait.
Yeah, and you said Tony.
You said Tony.
Oh, wow, that's pretty wild. I thought he meant my name. Wow, that's actually pretty wow. Yeah. That's actually pretty awesome, man.
That's what I'm saying. There could be something in that, because
I don't even talk about him, which is funny. Like I don't really post about him. I don't, I posted about him years ago, but never again. So that is really wild, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't even catch up.
Can I just ask? I know that he said. I just want to ask. I know that he said about the old man, but Kevin, is it him that was standing behind AJ, or was it someone else? That would be interesting to find out.
Well, you know what's funny is that my grandfather on my dad's side and my mom's side, both Anthony. The only difference is my grandfather on my dad's side was who I was named after. So me and him have the same exact name, Anthony
Yeah.
Joe Paso. But like I said, my mom's is Tony DeFrancesco.
So was he? Do you know anything about him, AJ? Because Kevin said it's like military medals or something. Do you know if he was in the military?
Well, the funny part is I don't know if my mom's dad was in the military, but I know my grandfather, who's on my dad's side, is because this picture right here behind him, right behind me that you cannot see in that screen, is a United States military thing with his young picture when he was like 20 years old because he was in the Korean War and stuff. So it's pretty wild that he actually said that. That's pretty wild.
Right. And Donna's had a few comments there to say about the. I don't know if you want to go through them there.
Yeah, no, I was reading some of it. Yeah, there was I don't really know certain ones that
Yeah, about furniture moving
remember,
upstairs.
She said we used to hear moving furniture up above our head and nobody was upstairs, and that's a very creepy thing to hear. And passed in the house. Yeah, no, unfortunately there is nobody named Anthony of our family that has ever passed in this house, in the hidden room or anything like that. But there was a man that did pass here that was older. So
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. What he's not saying it was Anthony that passed. He just said the man that was behind you.
no, I know. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if he was asking maternal wise, I was just saying there's nobody maternally in my family that's ever died here. But it could be a man named Anthony. I didn't ask any of the older people that either because we had an older tenant, like one of the older people that his family did die here, and he was a younger kid and he wanted to come here to do a spirit box, and I haven't had a chance to message him back. It's been like a year now, and I have to get him to the house so we could do a session. But thank you, Kevin. You know what? There's some definitely validity behind all this, so I appreciate you. But so tell me, man, Steve, what do you have going on like recently? What are you trying to accomplish recently with what's your goal right now with your communication? Is there anything you're leaning forward to going towards?
Just basically just taking my time, just letting these guys, sort their stuff out and just kind of resetting stuff up. I was showing Robin kind of a new way that it's not really new, but it's the way they want to see it set up that I have with the box right now. So my gold box, I took the 2 feet off of the back and left the 2 on the front. So the back end's sitting up, like sitting down, and the front end's coming higher.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more volume coming from the amp instead of it just looking at me.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to set up by the vision that they're showing me. So, I mean, whatever helps them.
Yeah.
I mean, I just recently sold my Panda box. I helped a good friend out with that.
Yeah.
And, he's absolutely loving it. I believe he's on an investigation tomorrow or Tuesday.
So that's awesome.
Somebody who can use the radio, why not? Because I don't get any reception out here anyway.
Yeah.
So radios are kind of pointless. Like I've got the brand new PSB5, no good to me.
Yeah.
I get some stuff through the S box, so I mean, it kind of sucks when you live out in the country, but
yeah,
it is what it is. So I mean, just to help somebody out is,
no, I mean,
worth it.
That's awesome, man, of you to do that because these things are cheap, man.
No, they're not, and I mean, just to give somebody a piece of equipment, just that totally opens so many more doors than what taking your time and walking your path, right?
Absolutely. So that's so cool, man. That's so cool. Donna just said the house was the first police station till it was changed into a house. I also was told a man killed himself downstairs. Maybe it was his spirit, but it didn't hurt us. Let us know it's there. Plus, Mom and I used to find light up wet cigarettes in the ashtray, and both of us wasn't smoking. Sounds pretty intense, then. I'm not gonna lie, but I understand where you're coming from because after the experiences I had, anything's possible.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that one.
Right?
Yeah.
Steve-O, you might know this one because you use Echo Vox, or have you guys? I know Robin, I think you have, right?
No.
No, you never did. No, you guys never did.
No. No, we've tried necrophonic Hope Spirit Box and the angelic one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a ton more, but
I've used EchoVox when I first started communicating. It was probably the greatest thing when it came out, and then after a while, it just became one of those apps where it's just like I
yeah,
want something new. Like it works. I'm not taking anything from it. It's one of those. The hype was for it, so it's like, let's go. Let's see what kind of communication we get with it. And we got a lot of good results. That's actually how I did some of my very first celebrity sessions. The Kurt Cobain,
hmm
and I got Courtney Love's name within almost 2 minutes of just being in a session. So I
yeah,
mean, it does work, yes.
yeah. You know what's funny is that a lot of people they like say like apps don't work and it's rubbish and all this stuff. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like if you get an app that's made right and it's made by an ITC person and you get somebody that really hasn't put words into the device that are really, either phonemes or whatever, or like hope and stuff like that, you do that kind of stuff. I think that it doesn't matter what device you use technically, because I used a device in the way beginning in my garage in my grandmother's house where I started this whole journey. And I tell you what, one night I wasn't getting anything. And I'm sure that it was literally, just a joke app or something, because it was a radio, quote unquote, radio scanning app that wasn't really radio. It was just like a loop, and it was raining really hard out. And all of a sudden, I was like nodding off, falling asleep a little bit. And all of a sudden, through the box, I hear it's pouring out, and like I jumped up because I thought somebody was in the room with me. I'm like, yeah, it is. And I look around, I'm like, wait, what did you just say? And it was the one time where I wasn't recording the session, and I was so mad because it could have proved that, like, this box I've never really got anything from, but that was pretty awesome. So, I think it has to do more with the energy and manipulating of the device. But like we all say, you have to watch out for the creators and the apps, because you will get scammed by people. So,
Yeah.
but
I think as well, sometimes the apps that you pay for are the better ones to use. I know obviously that you don't pay for the Hope Spirit Box one, but I've found that obviously you pay for Necrophonic, you pay for Angelic, and I mean I'm sure EchoVox costs money as well. I mean you probably find that ones that you normally pay for, with the exception of the Hope one,
yeah.
is the ones that you're liable to get more communication off.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. Because of the way that the audio is being distributed. Like with radios, they have to use the snippets, which doesn't give them a lot of audio to really manipulate if they wanted to. But, it's really weird, like I've been saying, because I've been having this mixed feeling about it recently. Because if you look at like Marcello Bacci, who was an Italian researcher like you guys, like I always talk about him to you guys. But he used to use a short wave radio and just tune in between 8 and 9 megahertz, and they would literally just take the entire white noise, shut it off, and begin speaking. So I mean, I don't really think personally that it really has to do with the equipment. I think it really has to do with our connection personally, like more than anything. I think you can use any box if your connection's good. So.
Yeah.
But I do understand you do have to watch out for apps 100%. I mean, there's people out there that will try to scam you. So, but you got to get it from reliable sources, do your research and everything. Kevin, I definitely agree with you, man. You say I like Necrophonic above EchoVox, but nothing beats radios. And, I totally agree. I like how, Keith Weldon did what he did with EchoVox or with Necrophonic and stuff. I think that was a great idea. I'm just personally, I didn't use EchoVox because I'm not an Echo fan. I don't like or delay like that. I just think it sounds horrible. I just didn't like it. It was just a personal preference, but not, I'm sure it works 100% because I've seen a lot of videos on it. But
I just think as well though with the radios, it's something that pisses me off really, is the amount of people that don't actually believe the evidence that you get through radios. I mean, you and me, AJ, have done some
everything.
sessions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people don't realize that some of these radios, they're scanning backwards, you know what I mean? And they're scanning at a speed
Yeah.
that they shouldn't be scanning at. So for something to come through, when you say, for instance, what's my name, and it says AJ, or you mean to tell me that was on a radio station at that exact time? And not only that, but then if something comes on and tells you to fuck off or something, you know what I mean? they don't say it on the radio because they're not allowed to use language on the radio.
Yeah, that's why
So
I think radio somewhat is good. I mean, not that it's better in my opinion, but it's good. I mean, because of that aspect, because that's how you truly would know if something is not supposed to be on there. But I want to give, say goodbye to Donna. If she hasn't left yet, you guys enjoy your rest of your weekend and have an amazing week ahead. Stay safe. Your show very interesting. Thank you for having me watch. Donna, thank you so much for watching, and please join us tomorrow if you can. And Kevin, yes, you said you could turn the reverb off. I like reverb. I just don't like the echo too much. So I know you could turn probably it off, but I don't know. When I got with Keith Weldon stuff, I really liked what he was doing. I liked all the research. I dug into it and, found out that there's nothing programmed. He's a real legit person. And I respect that. So I stayed with him. And I just think, I think it's a great app. I just personally never used it myself because of that reason. Yeah, Donna, we're coming on again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. UK time to have our guest from TV show Most Haunted on the parapsychologist, Mr. O'Keefe, which is going to be awesome. So please join us. But yeah, just basically wanted to come on today, guys, and do something short because we have our guest coming on tomorrow. So I don't want to go too long. But is there anything you guys else want to say quick? I figured we'll end it and go for tomorrow so I can make all the stuff, for tomorrow.
I mean, that's fine. I haven't got anything to say. Obviously, we've introduced everybody to Steve-O now. So they all know.
I mean, Steve-O's been on a couple of times, but we got to get him on sooner because we have to switch the schedule. So everyone will be seeing Steve-O a lot more. Especially on
and the mother-in-law Chris has been on before as well. So one scene never forgotten.
So, we're gonna start calling Chris Steve-O.
Better believe it. You better believe it.
There you go. But man, but I appreciate
actually, I tell you what I will do, AJ. Sorry to interrupt there. I tell you what I will do. I will say, if I haven't put my video on from last night yet, but if you can go on and check out my Facebook page, the Huffer Paranormal one, the place we were at last night, that it was see places like that being left, it bothers me, and it bothers me in a way.
Yeah,
I mean,
your gems.
Yeah, it's just the stuff that's left in it. You know what I mean?
Where it is, it's going to get wrecked.
Yeah, it's going to get wrecked. But it's like the design of it, the architecture of it, the way it's laid out, and the people literally what the people have done is have just shut the doors and walked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just like, I mean, that big chandelier inside. What was that like?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to get wrecked. I'm not giving it to anybody because but people will find it. You know what I mean? But it's going to get trashed. It's
an amazing
and it's
staircase,
annoying.
isn't it?
Oh, that staircase was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I posted a quick video to the SNK Paranormal group, and I was just asking a quick question yesterday. I did a quick prayer before I started the session, and I was asking Jesus for more guides and angels to come and help during my session. And this is something I never do, but something they want me to start doing more. As AJ was asking earlier, this kind of jogged my memory a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to show a quick clip here about the response that I get. And
absolutely.
Amazing. So listen to this. I'm feeling and I'm seeing more of the guides. The guides are coming first, and the angels are just kind of following along behind them. Like Jesus has them in a straight line. Are they coming towards your way? Do you see them where you are?
What'd that say? I couldn't see the words.
Hold on. I'll play it again. Here, let's skip through.
I probably won't be able to hear it from where I'm sitting.
Are they coming towards your way? Do you see them where you are? So that's scene number 4.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you want to check out Steve-O's stuff, head over to either SNK Paranormal, where him and his wife have a group together, or you can head over to where he does a lot of his personal stuff at Steve-O My Journey Paranormal. That's down on the screen. And check out some of the amazing communication that he gets with his device stuff. I think it's awesome. I mean, he's kind of taught me everything. He's like my sensei. from when I started. He was my first friend on YouTube, which was cool. So it was a lot
It's
of
funny
fun.
that because he's your sensei and you're mine.
I know, right? Yeah. It's like a pyramid scheme. We're just getting everybody. But Kevin, I want to say thank you so much for that. That means so much, honestly. Like I said, Kevin, please email us if you get a chance at talkingwiththesourcepodcast@gmail.com or talkingwiththesource@gmail.com. Doesn't matter which one. The one we have up is the vodcast one on our sites. But please hit us up. We'd love to have you on too, my friend. Appreciate all the stuff that you have said today. I mean, you've been spot on about some things, which is pretty cool. And that's awesome to hear, man. And thank you so much for us being the only paranormal channel that you clicked on for, stuff like this. So we really appreciate that. Like I said, we have a ton of guests. We have Dave Schrader coming on. We've had Patty Negri, and I'm sure she'll be back on.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get a couple other people like Nick Groff. We're trying to get some people from Ghost Adventures that we're trying to get a hold of. So it's going to be pretty cool. But Dave Schrader will be on to promote a new show that's coming on this fall, and later at the end of summer, which will be cool. So definitely stop by, Kevin. Get involved every show. Feel free to ask guest question in the comments. It's why we have all the guest things for people to come on and speak. Sometimes YouTube may not allow you to write comments, so just go over to Facebook at Talking with the Source on Facebook if that happens, and watch from there, and you'll be able to comment and keep talking. But feel free to ask guest questions. That's why we have this. We want to get everyone involved as much as we can. So
Absolutely, and reach out to us for anything you want as well.
yeah, definitely, man. So, and keep up the great work, Kevin. I think that's so awesome, being a psychic medium. Not an easy job, I'm sure. So thank you so much. But listen, everyone, check us out tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. UK time, for the special guest from Most Haunted coming on, the parapsychologist, Dr. O'Keefe. We are looking forward to that. And thank you guys for coming on for this little bit, just to make an announcement, talk about some couple things, and just
check us out on Parapost Network as well.
Yeah, and we are streaming from Parapost Network as well, which is my fault. I meant to put the little guy up front. But if you have a second, head over to parapost.net, head over to Parapost Network Central on Facebook. It's basically an awesome just group of people that have just a ton of paranormal podcasts all together, a place where you see live investigation streaming, you see tarot card readings, mediums, just it's an amazing place to interact with people in the paranormal field that have legit abilities, legit, strengths in this field. And you get to watch some great paranormal stuff, especially for free, which I love. So head over to Parapost. Also, there's a Parapost app on iOS and Android. You can, sign on there, post, do a bunch of stuff. So definitely go on there and make an account. It's just, you make your name and everything. It's pretty easy, and you sign right in, and you join us in conversations and stuff. So definitely come and check it out. And we love you guys. We appreciate everyone for watching. And this has been another little snippet of Talking with the Source.
Yeah, been good.
See you guys later.
Take
Bye.
care.
See you later.